Hello everyone. Very good afternoon to all of you. Welcome you all in this session. I hope every one of you is fine and also preparing well for your exams. So today in this session, what I'm going to discuss that is all about Module A. And in today's session, we will discuss the questions, the MCQs plus concept of Module A and what type of MCQs, the Macmillan MCQs. So all the questions that are included in Macmillan book. So today we're going to discuss that. Of all the units in module A, total we have 6 units starting from basics of management to controlling. So all the units MCQs we will going to discuss in today's session. So make sure you have subscribed to the channel. If you feel sessions are helpful, then you can like the session and please stay connected with us through the entire session where we will going to discuss questions and its concept. So let's proceed our session. So what is today's agenda? So today's agenda is a revision of important concepts and with a practice of questions. So with more and more questions, we will going to revise our concept. All right. So how to download the YouTube session PDF? So for downloading YouTube class PDF, first of all, make sure you have installed the Oliveboard app in your phone. After opening that app, you will find certain tabs over here. Just click on the courses tab. After when you will click on the courses tab, you would be able to see YouTube class PDFs. Then click on see all and download your session PDF. Now, what are the topics to be covered in this session? So, unit number 1, unit 2, unit 3, unit 4, unit 5, and unit 6. We know that in ABFM there are total 4 modules, and module A is all about the management process. Okay, so let's begin this session. Okay, so you will have certain a few questions in front of you. Total around about 30 questions are there in today's session. So I will give you 1 minute time, okay, for each question, not 1 minute time. 30 seconds are sufficient for each question. Read the question and try to give its answer. After that, I'll tell you what is the answer. Now, first question is which of the following functions of management takes care of reporting structure? Now, we know that there are total 5 functions of management starting from planning, organizing, staffing, directing, and controlling. So this is the 5 basic functions of management. Now, among these 5 functions of management, which function takes care of the reporting structure? Reporting structure means what? Like suppose, okay, you are a banker. Now, whatever work you have been assigned, now you have to report it to someone else, okay, senior to you. Now that senior person will report to someone else who is senior to that person. The reporting structure means what? That who will report to whom? Who will report to whom? So which function of management tells this? That is organizing. So organizing tells that the reporting structure. All right, planning is all about making plans for your future course of action. Staffing is all about hiring new people, putting right people at the right place, or we can say placing right candidate at the right place. At right place. And directing means providing motivation, okay, providing motivation guidance to the employees so that they can work with full efficiency. Motivation and guidance. So, which tells about reporting structure? Organizing. So, according to Henry Fayol, to manage means what? To do the forecasting, to make plans, to organize, to command, and to control. Now, Luther Gulick, this is important. Luther Gulick has given the keyword post-corp. What is post-corp? P stands for planning, organizing, staffing, directing. Now, here CO stands for coordination. R stands for reporting and B stands for budgeting. So this is given by Luther Gulick. All right. Now, this planning, organizing, staffing, directing, and controlling is given by Coons and O'Donnell. So this person has given the 5 functions of management. All right. So what controlling says that controlling purpose of controlling is to ensure that everything occurs in conformities with the standards. So total five functions of management. So controlling, what it says that whatever activity, whatever work you have done in all rest of the functions of management, controlling monitors all those activities. We have done planning, organizing, staffing, directing. So organizing is what? In organizing, we see, we establish the reporting relationship. So this was the question. So option C, organizing is the correct answer. Now next, which of the following schools of management focuses on motivation? Focuses on motivation. Quantitative school, neoclassical, system school, or contingency school of management. So the school of thought or management that focuses on motivation is what? Neoclassical school. So quantitative says what? That this school basically emphasized that the company's organization they should use mathematical and statistical tools for finding solution to any kind of managerial problem. New classical, it focuses on motivation, it focuses on teamwork, coordination, and communication so that effectiveness can be brought in the company. Now, system school of management says that what that main objective is to understand the pestle. What is pestle? Pestle comes under external. We know that there are two types of environment. One is internal and one is external environment. In internal environment, we focus on pestle. That is political. P stands for political, economic, social, technological, legal, and environmental. So this is what external, and these external factors are uncontrollable. So one question was there, which factors are uncontrollable? The external factors are uncontrollable. Uncontrollable. Company cannot control these factors. Okay. If any law is implemented in India, can you control that law? No, you cannot control that law. Why? Because these are uncontrollable. If any technology came into India, a new technology, like the pandemic came in India. So, have you controlled this pandemic? No, you could not control this pandemic. So, this is what these are uncontrollable factors. Whereas internal factors are those factors that you can control them. Like you can control your employees, you can control your clients, you can control your internal culture, you can control your organization structure. So these are internal factors. The system school of management, it talks about to understand the external environment. And contingency school, what it says that we have to make plan in such a way so that if any bad circumstances comes, or if any like any kind of non-acceptable circumstances comes, then we can use our plan B in that case. So we should adapt our structure in such a way so that we can focus more on internal and external environment. The strategies we can use for internal and external environment so that we can improve our performance. Next, a learning organization is important because, so this is A, this is B, this is C, and this is D. Why it is important? So learning organization is what? It learning organization means a place where everyone comes together. Okay, they learn together, they share new knowledge, they share experiences together, so that everyone can learn in that particular environment. So it with this one can increase their efficiency also and effectiveness also. So it increases the effectiveness and efficiency of the organization. So learning organization is an organization where everyone comes together to talk on any problem, to find solutions on any managerial level problem, to effectively work together. The company's goal is to adapt, to grow, and to achieve objectives better. So 5 disciplines of learning organization. This is very, very important. That is personal mastery. So each employee, they should have to improve themselves, and how they can improve when they will learn continuously, when mm, uh, they will learn new skills, when they will learn new competency. So that is how they can become personal mastery. Now shared vision means it is basically done so that the goals and visions are shared properly in the organization. Everyone should come together. They should work together to make the company most customer friendly. Mental models means what? That the people, they should be open to change. If any changes are required in the organization, in the company, so they should accept that changes in order to make that company grow fast. So people recognize their own assumptions and beliefs. Like we have always done it this way, replace it by let's try a better method. So they should always accept new changes. Now team learning is what? Team learning where everyone should come together. They should work on any project. They should give more and more brainstorming sessions, new ideas to the solution for the solution. And system thinking is that looking at the big picture rather than just individual parts. So because in company everyone is working towards a common goal, so rather than working alone, they should come together. They should think like they all are working for only one objective. All right. So it means everyone learns, grows, works together to solve problems. Now, what is a digital gap? Digital gap can give rise to. So digital gap is basically means when uh, gap means what? Gap means a space, okay? And if this space is increasing, means there are some people who are getting internet connection, there are some people who are not getting internet connection. So it is what? It happens because of inequalities. Rural areas, you have seen many people are still they don't know how to use proper like they don't know how to use network, they don't know how to use WhatsApp. So this is just because of digital gap. So digital gap, it can give rise to inequalities, or we can say digital divide. This is also one word. So digital divide or gap is what? It is a gap when people they have access to digital technology and there are some people who do not have that access. Now, what are the reason for this? If there is lack of infrastructure facilities, digital literacy, when people they don't know, they are not literate that much, they can understand the uh, network, they can understand internet, inequitable access to technologies, and rural people they are having less access to technology, but urban people they have more access to technology. So these are all the reason for digital divide. Which of the following statement is correct? So four statements are given to you. What it first says that the workforce should be given any targets or slogans or exhorted to achieve production levels without devising new methods. See, if you are giving your workers any target or any new work, so for that you have to tell them that this is the new method. Okay, they can use that new method, they can use that new technology because new targets are there, so it can be achievable with the help of new methods. So this is wrong. Without devising new methods, means with devising new methods. The practice of considering price as the criteria for awarding business should be introduced and the total cost should be minimized by having a large number of suppliers. All right. So practice of means you see it is important to focus on the price, that is okay. But if you are focusing on the price and you are creating a criteria, okay, that the one who will make good profits in the company, I will give them more reward. So in this, you can minimize your total cost, but at the same time, you cannot keep your workers satisfied. So this is also wrong. Fixing arbitrary production quotas. So quotas should not be fixed. Means the you should if you are asking your workers to work well in the company, so you should give them more time so that they can stay in your company. They can learn new methods instead of fixing any kind of quota for the workforce. The barrier to the pride of workmen as well as the annual rating should be removed with emphasize yes. If your workers, you should always help your workers so that they can also feel proud on themselves because ultimately the company is running just because of workers. If your workers are not satisfied, if your labor is class is not satisfied, so they will not going to work effectively. So whatever barriers that are coming in the way of pride of workmanship, it should be removed. It should be removed as soon as possible so that one can focus more on quality. All right, so option D is the correct answer. Now, next, the most accurate thing that captures planning is among these statements. Tell me what should be the answer. The term that mostly accurate captures planning. So, an all encompassing procedure in which planning, execution, monitoring of plans are included, coming up with ideas for how goals of an organization can be accomplished, determining the goals of an organization as well as strategies to achieve those goals. See, planning means what? Planning means deciding in advance what to do, how to do, when to do, who will do a particular task. So if you will see the first, here the word says monitoring of plans. Now, we know, we have seen in controlling, we have learned in controlling that what happens in controlling, controlling refers to the monitoring of all the activities. So this is a part of controlling. Now coming up with ideas for how goals of an organization can be accomplished. So this you can do, you have to do different brainstorming. Okay, you have to make different like you have to come with different ideas, different solutions. So this you can do in making strategies, okay, and organizing activities. Now, determining goals of an organization, you have to determine the goals of an organization and making strategies so that you can achieve those goals. Now, this is also a part of the planning, but most accurately it says, most accurately means which includes all the activities of planning. So, option C is better suitable answer for this. All right, the primary focus of the work that is done by planners and planning department, no. See, this is how we, our question is asking that what is planning? In planning, what we do, we make, we decide, we make strategies for achieving our goals, for achieving our targets. So this is the main plan, this is the main thing that we do in planning. So option C captures accurate that what is planning. So that is why C is the correct answer and rest three are non-correct. Done? Understood this question? Now, next is the first thing you should do when you start planning something. So, what is the first thing? So, basically, what is asking in this question? You have to find the steps under planning. So, what is the first step in the planning? What is the first step in the planning? You make objectives for your company. You make goals for your company. You set targets for your company. This is the first activity that you do in planning. So set a goal for yourself or for company. This is the first thing that you should do when you start planning something. Next, question number 8. Scenario based question. What question 8 says that which aspect of planning is connected to the fact that planners typically they have high level of intelligence? Among four statements are given to you, and which statement says that the planners they should have high intelligence, they should have good level of skills, they should be more competent enough to tackle any kind of situations, any kind of problem. Okay, evaluating their surroundings, forecasting their future events, and evaluating all the factors in relation to a variety of other options that are necessary for the company. Now, which one of that following statement is best to suit all these things? That act of planning is an intellectual workout. Planning involves looking into the future. Most part of management is the planning process. Making choice is an integral part of planning. So if you will see this scenario, you will see that what it says that what planners can do. Planners, they should have good level of intelligence so that they can do rest of the work. They can evaluate everything. So main basic thing is what? That is to increase the skill, to improve their competency level. Now, from this is clear from which of the statement? This is clear that planning is an intellectual workout. Option A. So this suits the scenario based question. Clear? Next, question number 9. The planning process sets the foundation for among all other functions of management, planning is setting the base for which function of management? We know that we have studied in our chapter number 1 that planning and controlling these are interrelated to each other. These are interrelated to each other. These are interconnected to each other. Without planning, there is no scope for controlling. Now, what we do in controlling? The things which we have planned in our company, the goals which we have achieved, the targets which we have achieved, that is the only thing you monitor in controlling now. So if there is no planning done, then what things you will going to monitor in controlling? So controlling, planning is what? Planning is the base for controlling. And if there is no controlling, then the planning will be wasteful activity. Okay, you have planned, you have achieved your target 2000 units. But how would you come to know that how much we have to make? If you have a goal set in your mind that you have to make 10,000 units, okay, by the end of 1 month, and you have made only 2000 units, then only you can do the comparison. Now, if you have not set this target, then how would you know that whether you have achieved greater than the target or less than the target? So that is why planning and controlling both are related to each other. Without one, the other one is useless. So planning process sets the base for controlling. Question number 10. When exactly during the planning process does the most profitable plan become the one that can actually be carried out? See, this can be understood with the help of one example. Suppose if I give you, like, you have two options. Okay. Now, first option is either you can prepare for your CAIIB exam only through YouTube sessions, that is free sessions, or you can join our paid classes, or you can join paid classes. Now, you have two options given to you. Now, if you will get a chance, then definitely you will go for the second one. Why? Because in this, see, on YouTube session, you don't have any systematic way of learning. Sometimes we bring different sessions, sometimes we bring different sessions. But in paid classes, you will get a systematic approach to prepare for your exam. So, what is the most profitable plan among the options given? Among how you can check that when you have different options, then only you can take, you will do with this, you will do with this. After checking all the five options, then only you can come to a conclusion that this option is best. So that is how to make a, how to check that a plan is profitable for your company or not. That is when you will choose between available options, then only you can come to a conclusion. All right, understood this question? So this is the process of planning, establishment of objectives, developing premises. So first we will establish our objectives. What is our objective? Our objective is that we have to clear the CAIIB exam in May, June 2026. Now for that you will develop premises. Premises means you will see, you will check, you will analyze, okay, which platform is good, whose resources are good, what is the content. Okay, are they teaching from Macmillan content or apart from that book? Then you will do the evaluation and selection of alternatives. Now you have selected that these are my alternatives. After that, you will choose, you will select the alternative. Once you have selected the alternative, then you will make the plan. Okay, I have choose the Oliveboard. Now you will decide in Oliveboard, we provide you foundation classes, okay, to make your basics strong. After that, we provide you crash batch so that you can revise your entire concepts. Then we will provide you cracker batch where we give you a lot of questions, okay, where MCQs are covered. And at last, we will give you the capsule batch. So this is what you will make a plan accordingly, how you will do the preparation. Okay, after that, you will implement that plan and then you will check whether your plan has went good or not. So this is the entire planning process. Next, question number 11. Which of the following does not constitute a part of the process of organizing? Means which among all the four options which is not a part of organizing? That is asking in a question. So in organizing, just we have seen that what we do, that is we will develop all the, just a minute, the four. Okay, see, these are all the steps. So first you will identify and divide the work, means first identification that okay, this is the work, then you will divide the work. After that, you will make group. Similar type of activities are grouped together and that is known as departmentalization. After that, you will assign duties to your individual, to your employees. Once you have assigned the duty, then you will check that who reports to whom. Okay, are the work completed or not in given time. That is with reporting relationship you can get to know. So establishing reporting relationship, determining who will be responsible for a particular activity. This is also part of organizing. Dividing and assigning work, that is identification and division of work. But specializing, is it so? Is it a part of organizing? No. In specializing means if I say that you are a specialized banker, okay, professional banker means you have got a degree in that. Okay, if you have got the CAIIB certified, so you are a certified member of IIBF. So in this, what I'm giving you specialization. So this is used in case of staffing. Other are the parts of controlling, but C is not a part of controlling. All right. So this is all the steps. Next, question number 12. Part of this process involves organizing the activities into categories according to the product line. Very important question. What is that process known as where the or activities are organized into different categories according to the product lines? Is it functional structure, divisional hierarchy, organizational with official standing, or unofficial grouping or organization? So already it says that the activities are organized. If it is organized, so it will be organizing through a group. So this is, you can eliminate. It says unofficial grouping. No, it should be official grouping also. So you can eliminate this statement. Now from among all these three statements, which one is the correct answer? So if we are organizing activities into categories on the basis of product lines, it is a type of divisional hierarchy. All right. Now in divisional hierarchy, what we do, see, most of you get confused between functional and divisional. What is the difference between functional? Functional means activities are divided on the basis of different functions, means different departments. Like in company, we have HR department, we have marketing department, we have logistics department, okay, we have finance department, we have communication department, okay, etc. So different departments are there in organization. Now if you are dividing activities in HR, so all the employee related activities will be included in HR, all the product related activities will be included in marketing, all the conveyance, okay, transport related activities will be included in logistics. So this is what this is dividing on the basis of function. So organization is divided by functions like marketing, finance, HR. It is known as functional structure. Divisional is more specific. It is a general, but it is more specific. Here, organization is dividing on the basis of product, on the basis of regions, on the basis of customer group. Like in marketing department, okay, you have different department. You have product department, product planning department, labeling department, then testing department, then commercialization. So here we are dividing it in a more specific group. So when anything here it says that activities are dividing into categories on the basis of product lines, so it will be a part of divisional structure. So it focuses on specific product or area, like on specific customer group. Now you are making any product. Okay, the product which you are making, that product it is useful for teenager. It is useful for old age people. It is useful for middle age people. Which type of customer you are targeting? So that is on the basis of divisional structure. All right. Now here specialized skills are there. Like if I'm good in managing people, if I'm good in managing the employees, so I can be a good HR. If I know that what product should be launched at what time, so I know the basics of marketing, so I have that specialization. So it is used in specialized skills in each function. It focuses on specific product, like a company with separate departments for sales, production, HR, and a company with separate unit for mobile, TV, and laptop. So it is more specific. All right. So option B is the correct answer. Now, question number 13. It is possible to delegate decision-making power to individuals at low levels. This is known as what? Assignment of responsibility, centralization, decentralization. None of the preceding option means none of the above. Here it says that now who is having decision-making power? Tell me. See, who is having decision-making power? No, not A is not correct. What the question says that is it is possible to delegate. Now, you should know the meaning of delegation. Delegation means okay, giving powers, giving some of the powers, not all, some of the powers. So now, who is having the power? Yes, higher authority, the senior manager, we can say the top manager is having the power. Now, if top manager is giving its power, distributing its power to some of the like specialized person in the uh, suppose you are okay, you are at the position of, let's take an example, loan officer. All right. If the senior manager is not present, your branch manager is not, you are a senior loan officer. If branch manager is not present in your bank for few days, okay, so branch manager has told that, see, these are the works pending. I want you to, I want you to get all the work done by rest of the people. So here the branch manager is giving you some power for few days. It's not the power is given for every time. So this is known as what? Delegation. So delegation is given for decision-making power to individuals at low levels. So it is known as decentralization. When decision-making power is delegated, decision-making power is given to the low individuals, to low level of people, it is known as decentralization. All right, so that one can take good decisions on behalf of the branch manager. You can take good decision on behalf of the branch manager. That is known as decentralization. All right. Now, what is centralization? See, opposite of decentralization is centralization. If you will break the words, you will get one word that is known as the central. Now, what is central? If I say this is the central, central means what? This is the point that is known as the central. It means all the powers are taken by the one senior person that is known as the top manager. Decentralization, the power is distributed. In centralization, the power is contracted. Only one person has the right to take power. That is senior manager or top manager. All right. Understood the concept of this? And assignment of responsibility means giving, like you are one of the banker in your bank, one of the employee in your bank. So whatever responsibility you have to do, that you are performing. So it's a assignment of responsibility. Now, through this picture, it will be very clear to you what is centralization and decentralization. So, in centralization, this is the person sitting in between, and all other persons are okay following what this person is saying. So, the authority, the decision-making power lies with the top person. In centralization, decision-making power lies with senior manager or top manager. And in decentralization, you can see the work is distributed among all the individuals, among all the people. Okay, reliable people, authentic people. So the work is distributed. So here, distribution of powers. All right, now, so some more given, okay, for your reference. So later on, this PDF will get uploaded after the session gets over. So later on, you all can download and go through the PDF. Now, next, question number 14, the span of management. What is the meaning of span of management? Span of management. The scope of a manager's duties and responsibilities, responsibility of a manager, or maximum number of people directed subordinates that can be effectively managed by a single supervisor. See, what is span of management? Suppose you are a person. Okay, let's take it, Amrita ma'am. Now, under you, four people are working. Let's take it A, B, C, D. Under B, two more people are working like E, F. Under B, three people are working. Let's take it B1, B2, B3. Now, this entire process is what that is known as the span of management. One single person, one single superior is handling how many subordinates under him or her, that is known as span of management. So if you are handling four employees, okay, here, now two employees here and three employees here. So the total nine employees. So it means under you, nine people are working. So the maximum number of directed subordinates, subordinates means these are what subordinates. You are superior. If you are superior, then these would be subordinates that can be effectively managed by a single supervisor. So option C is the correct answer. All right. So minimum maximum number of subordinates a manager is responsible. So this is span of management. Now, centralization. So just now we have done what is centralization. Spread of decision making power throughout the organization. So this is decentralization. Now, if I'm talking about centralization, so it is C. Again, you are making mistake. Spread of the decision making power is spread means it is given to many other people in the organization. So this is what? This is decentralization. I'm talking about, question is talking about centralization. In centralization, the preservation of one's right to make decision. In centralization, one person will make decision. In decentralization, the power is distributed. All right, so option A is the correct answer. Yes, yes. Now, all right. Now, question number 16. Which of the following does not qualify as an important aspect of staffing? Which is not a part of staffing? Staffing means what? In staffing, if you will see staff plus ing. If anything in the word, if ing is added, it becomes a process. So staffing is what? Staffing is a process where people are hired, they are recruited, and then they are put at their own place. Means placing right people at the right place. At right place. That is what the staffing is. Like if you are a good banker, okay, now you can handle the finance well. If I will give you the marketing job or if I will give you the pharma job, can you do it well? No, you cannot do well. Why? Because you have the specialization in this field. So staffing, what it says that we have to put the right people at the right place so that they can work effectively and efficiently. Okay, no worry. That is why we are here now. So to remove your confusion. So yes, where are we? Okay. So yes, which one does not qualify? Developing talents in workers. Okay, so this is a part of staffing. Contentment on the part of employee. Contentment means make your employees feel like satisfied. So sense of satisfaction. So staffing is related to employees. So developing talent in workers, correct. Reasonable distribution of responsibilities among staff members. See, distribution of responsibilities. This is a part of organizing. In organizing, we have seen that we organize activities. We organize and we divide activities. Identification and division of work. So this is the part of organizing. So does not qualify. It was asking so option B. Now let's read other statement. Effective management of available human resources. Yes. So if your human resources are there, human elements are there. So for that, a good manager is also required. So how you are going to manage your human resources with good manage. So all the other options, they belong to staffing. So staffing is what? It is the process of hiring eligible candidates in the organization. See, that is why it is written eligible candidates. Why? It does not mean that you only have to hire a candidate. You have to hire those candidates who can perform the best job, best work in that particular place in the organization for specific position. Next, which test is most helpful in determining individuals' potential so that one can know they have new abilities, they can grasp new skills, new abilities quickly and easily. Through which test? See, with the elimination method, you can easily find out the answer. What is elimination method? Elimination method is you have to eliminate your options. How you can eliminate your option? See, it says that which is most helpful in determining individuals' potential. Now, individuals' potential is what? That they should have good level of knowledge, they should have good level of skills, they can perform their work effectively and efficiently. Now, can anyone tell me what is the difference between effectively and efficiently? Effective and efficient. What is the difference between? In management, you have heard of these two words, effective and efficient. See, effective means what? That you have to perform your work with 100% accuracy. That is effective. Efficient means what? In minimal time you have to perform your work. Means in less time you have to perform your work. That is efficient. So effectively plus efficiently both are required in management. So test of English language, is it so? You are being placed in your company. So they will test your English language, whether you know how to speak or not, whether you know how to write or not. Is it so? Okay, like for example, if I don't know how to teach you well, although I know how to communicate well, so can I be hired in this company? No, the Oliveboard will not going to hire me if I only know how to do the communication well, if I'm zero in my teaching skills. So that is why only English language will not work. Test of proficiency in a particular trade. Trade is what? Trade is related to commerce. It is related to the further transactions. So not this. This is not. This will not work. General knowledge test not. But aptitude test means you have aptitude signifies your skills, your ability to take decisions. Ability to take decisions. So option D is the correct answer. Done. Next, which of the following is a good source of filling the vacant position with people from departments that already have too many workers? If you are having any doubt in any of the questions, okay, you can ask me. Which of the following is a good source for filling the vacant position? Vacant position means the position that is not filled yet, and this position is being filled from people that already have too many workers. Like, okay, suppose in your bank there is one vacant position. Okay, the vacant position is there. Now, this vacant position has to be fulfilled from your employees only. Means in your bank there are different employees. From your employees only the position has to be fulfilled. So what it is known as? Employee exchange means what? One employee is exchanged to his or her position. No, that is known as relocation. You are relocating to another vacant position. You are already doing your work in the previous position. Now you have to work. Now you have to perform the job of that vacant position. So that is known as you are re plus locating. So relocating means relocation. Promotion is what? You have got a promotion means in C. There's a difference between transfer and promotion. In transfer, only you are transferred to other like other position or other job. The position is same. The in same position you are getting new job. But promotion is what? The position is also changed, and with that you will get the increment in salary also. All right. So option B is the correct answer. And fresh recruitment means when companies they are recruiting from outsiders from the market, that is known as fresh recruitment. So it involves transferring employees from one location to another, either in the same city or in a different city. Okay. So before moving further, let me tell you one important information for this. If you are thinking to enroll in our paid classes, then you can choose Super Elite Pack. Why this Super Elite Pack? Because it is a all-in-one plan. So as just now I have told you that in Super Elite we provide you first foundation batch, then we give you crash batch, then we give you cracker batch. At last we will provide you capsule batch. So access of all the batches will be provided to you in this Super Elite plan. In this all-in-one plan, you will get the benefit of 2000 plus live classes, foundation, for practice, we provide you cracker batch, advanced level, that is capsule batch. Then test will be provided to you. Then special sessions will be there where we will discuss the memory based question, means the topics which have already come in the exam. We will discuss questions on those topics. Notes will be given. Other tests will be provided to you. Doubt clearing sessions will be like today also we have F2F session. So many bankers they have joined F2F session. They can clarify their doubts. Apart from your academic doubts, you can also clarify your professional doubts. If you have any doubt related to your career, related to exams, related to courses, you can communicate with us and you can clarify your doubts. And a community tab is given. Community tab is what? That it's a place where you can ask your class doubts, where you can ask your doubts related to any question. Okay, you can tag that educate. So this is all the benefit. And one more benefit is provided, that is 360-degree study kit. Now what is provided in this study kit? After watching the entire session, like you have watched a session, okay, 50-55 minute session is there, you have watched. Now if you want to revise this session in next morning, so within 10 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes, you can do entire revision. Now in this kit, what things you will get? Quick summary you will get, detailed notes you will get, quizzes you will get, flashcards you will get for revision, notes will be there. And like, see what happens. Suppose in 55-minute session, okay, any sir has discussed any topic. Let's take an example. Okay, I have discussed, okay, how to calculate working capital limits. Now, this is the topic. If you're having difficulty in this topic again, and if you want to know that where I have discussed this topic in the entire session, so you can see the time frame of this session. So time frames are also mentioned. So you can like in 26 minutes. Okay, I have discussed this session after 26 minutes. So you can increase to your this time limit and you can watch from there. So this is the benefit that is given in 360-degree study kit. Now, next question number 19. Total 30 questions we have in today's session. A manager's propensity to make use of knowledge about subordinates in a way that lead to incorrect perception. See, what is manager's propensity to make use of knowledge means? See, every individual is different. We know that Either it's me, either it's you, or some other person. Every individual is different. We have different perception related to different person or different items. So if manager is making any kind of poor perception, for their employees, for their subordinates, and they are creating a type of sense that like the employees, they are not happy. Some employees are happy with the behavior of managers, and some employees are not happy with the behavior of manager. So what is that term known as? Which leads to incorrect perception. Glass ceiling effect, bias, whistleblowing, or allocation of responsibility. So that leads to incorrect perception of those subordinates. It is referred to as bias. Means you are biased over here. Like by seeing, okay, suppose in company manager is there. Manager saw that this particular employee is okay, very effective. Now, this particular employee is effective means he or she completes his work with 100% accuracy. Now, by seeing this single trait, you will going to make conclusion that if this employee is good in completing his work, okay, with 100% accuracy, so this employee is good in everything. Okay, be it would be a managing team, okay, making collaborations, okay, working in group or going for a field observation. So this employee is good in everything. So that is what, that is the biasness that is created by the management towards the employees. Like examples are there. She is always quiet. It means she cannot be a good leader. If anyone is very quiet, anyone is extra introvert type of person, so normally it is seen that that person cannot be a good leader. Now, a person has studied in a top college. It means he is the best performer. Although that person has studied only in that year, but still we are making a conclusion that this person is talented. This person is intelligent. So that is giving high ratings to favorite employees and not giving less ratings to your unfavorite employees, regardless of how much work they have done. All right. Other statements are what? The glass ceiling effect. Now, what is glass ceiling effect? It is a type of effect that means, like, for example, many companies, okay, it's happened like women, they have given 100% in the company, still they are not given that much praise. But if men has done 90% of the work, still the praise is given to the man. Okay, the employee of the month is given to the man. So that is what, that is a glass ceiling effect means. It Okay. So in large companies, many women are working as team leaders and middle level managers, and they have higher performance rating, more years of experience. But still, when the time comes to give the appraisal, give the position, so senior general manager position is given to a male employee. So the promotion is given to the male employee. So it is basically, it is like you are sufficient enough to handle any task, but still you are not given that much chance. Why? Because you are a woman. So that happens in many of the companies. It is just an example. Okay, don't take it otherwise. Just for your explanation, just for your understanding. That is why I have given this example. So top management believes men are better at handling pressure. Women are seen less available due to family responsibility. So that is what the glass ceiling effect. And next is the whistle blowing. So whistle blowing is what? Okay, whistle blowing means a person who blows a whistle. All right, this is the normal meaning. Now, when a person will blows a whistle, when a person has seen any kind of misconduct in the company, when a person has seen any kind of like fraud or illegal works happening in the company. So, like I have seen that you are indulged in the activity of fraud. You are indulged in activity of any illegal things, and I'm complaining this to the top management. So this is what, this is a whistleblowing. So I'm becoming a whistleblower in this case. So whistleblower is a person who sees misconduct, who sees fraud, and communicate the same to the top manager. Understood all the three words? Okay, so in whistleblower, it could be any bribery I have seen, okay, embezzlement, insider trading, fraud, money laundering. So these are all the examples of the misconduct. seen by the whistleblower. Now, next question number 20. For resolving which of the following issues training proves to be the most successful method? Now, why training is used? Training is for short period of time, short term we can say. It is used for filling the gap. What type of gap? The skill gap. It is for specific purpose. It is for immediate purpose. So these are all the keywords of training. Okay. So training is what? For resolving which of the following issues training proves to be the most successful method, that is skill gaps. So importance of training are it reduces cost of production. So if a person is getting a training, it means for that immediate work for any specific job that person is provided training. See, training it is used for specific activity. How? I'm giving you example. Okay. Now let's take an example. Uh, Suppose if you have joined the bank in your early days, you have been provided a training. All right, the training of how to whatever training you are given in bank. Now, will that training it will work if you are joining in any MNC later on, or if you are joining any college to teach the students? Will that training will work? No. So that is why training it is used for specific job. The job is over, the training is over. But development is what? Development is for overall growth. Now, in development, you have learned how to like communication skills, okay, technical skills. Now, these are the things that you will always have in your life. In whichever company you go, in whichever bank you go, communication is always required. So, development it is for overall growth of the individual, whereas training is what? What it is for specific purpose. Next, question number 21. Which of the following does not belong to the category of content theories? So Maslow's hierarchy of need theory, it is a content theory. Herzberg notion is also content theory. McLand is also content theory, but Bloom expectancy theory, it is not a part of content theory. So in Maslow's hierarchy of need theory, what it says that it basically says that the humans they are motivated in order to fulfill their needs in a hierarchical manner. Hierarchical manner means in a step by step manner. Like if you are fill if see and these steps are full the motivation humans are motivated total in 5 stages starting from basic to edge. One is the basic level of need and fifth is the complex level of need. So first, you will fulfill your physiological needs. Okay, food, water, shelter. So this is what? This is the basic level of need of any person. Once you have fulfilled your physiological needs, now you are motivated to fulfill your next level of need, that is safety needs. So safety needs is also known as security needs. Okay, now you are saying, okay, I have food, I have shelter, I have clothes to wear. Now I want a good job, a secured life, financial security I want. Once your this level is fulfilled, now you are fulfilled for third level of need, that is love and belonging. Now you want your own friends, you want your own community, your social group. So this is what now you want. After fulfilling this level of need, now you are motivated to fulfill your fourth level of need, that is esteem needs. Okay, now you have food, home, shelter, you have a job, you have your family also. Now you want a stage where everyone should come and they should give you respect. Now you want acknowledgement from others. So that is self-esteem. And the last need is what? That is self-actualization. This is the phase where few people reach at this phase. Like if I say, okay, like our prime minister, okay, like our president. So they are such person whom everybody knows. So you want this type of position. So desire to accomplish everything that one can. So this is a part of content theories and Herzberg. In Herzberg has given two factors. One is motivation, one is hygiene. Herzberg says that two factors there are some elements in the organization that creates job satisfaction and that also creates job dissatisfaction. Now, what creates job satisfaction? When presence of presence of motivation will create job satisfaction. And if hygiene factors are not present in the company, if hygiene factors are not present, then it will create job dissatisfaction. How? Like every day you are going to your bank, you are seeing your chair, okay, your system, you are also offered tea and snacks in between. Now, this is what every day you are getting this, nothing was happening to you. But one day, all these things were not present. Your chair was not present, your system was in a very bad condition, you were not offered tea and snacks. So, what it will, how you will going to behave in this manner? So, you will become dissatisfied. So, this is what this is the hygiene factors. Like if your salary is not coming on time, every month your salary was credited into your account, nothing was happening to you. But one month your salary is not credited, so you will become dissatisfied. So, hygiene factors in this, there are some factors which creates job dissatisfaction if these are not present in the organization. And if motivation is present in the organization, these will create satisfaction. So, motivation and hygiene theory is known as two-factor theory. All right. And it is also known as two-factor theory, dual-factor theory, and the Herzberg theory. So these are the different names of motivation and hygiene theory. So there are some different elements that are included in job satisfaction also and job dissatisfaction also. So later on, after downloading the PDF, go through this slide. Next, question number 22. Which of the following leadership styles is an indication that the leader has confidence in the skills in his or her followers? So we have seen different leadership styles. Now, in which of the leadership style leader says that they have confidence in their followers? So when they will feel that they have confidence in their followers, when they have given chance to their followers, they can participate in all the action, they can participate in all the work, they can take suggestive measures, they can work in the company, they can participate in the like in the means whatever decisions are taken by the leader, the members are also allowed to participate. Members means the employees are also allowed to participate. So it is a participative. So in which the leader has the confidence in the followers skills, so that is known as participative. Delegative is what? When decision making power is given to you. Delegative. Authoritarian is when decision making power is taken by top manager. And transactional means it is a give and take policy. Like if you will give me profits in my company, if you will bring profits in my company, then I will give you the reward. If you will bring no profit in the company, if you will do your work not in time, if you will not complete your task in time, if you will not achieve your deadlines, okay, the work, then I will give you punishment. So it is just like give and take policy. So in autocratic, it is known as authoritarian, where individual having the control means the manager is having the control and they are taking less input, little input from their members. Okay, ignore this. Participative is what? It invites input from all the employees. Means here the managers, they give freedom to their employees that they can also participate in the decision making. So staff is given information regarding company's issue. Delegative means it is the leadership style where leaders say that I have given you the power. Now you are responsible for this. I will also see that how you are taking decisions for the company. So here the leader is in the hands of, means laissez-faire. It is also known as laissez-faire means let them do freely. Let them do freely. So leaders are giving you chance. They are saying that I have given you power. Now you have to take decision for the company. Next, question number 3. The factors that an individual values and strives to accomplish are depending upon. So how the values of the individual will be boosted up when they will feel that they are giving more values. So anticipation that if they are giving high level of performance, that will give more effort to the company. And if more effort is given by the employees in the company, then the result will be high. So this is the anticipation that higher level of performance will be accomplished successfully and their result will also be high. So this is how the individual's value can be increased. Next, question number 24. Which of the following types of leadership allows for the least amount of input? Least amount of input means when managers they are not giving to their employees chance they can take a decision in the company. They can give any kind of suggestion in the company. They can give their input in the company when managers are not allowing. What type of leadership is that? So it's a type of leadership where leaders are directing their employees that you have to do this work, you have to do this work, you have to do that work. Means leaders are not taking input from their employees. So a leadership style that emphasizes a direction. So here leaders are providing direction. Now, who are the leaders in company? Leaders are what? Leaders are the managers. Yes, correct. 24A. Now, 25. Which of the following statements about the participatory style of leadership is not true? In participatory style of leadership, what happens? Leaders, they take inputs from their employees. Employees, they are allowed to participate. Now, it is asking which one of the following is not true. Work is distributed among the workers by leaders. Yes, it's a part of participatory style of leadership. Throughout the course of the work, the leader offers advice and direction. Yes, when employees they are participating, they are in the decision making process. So their leaders will also give the advices and direction that you can do in this way, you can do in that way. The decision that a leader makes are dependent on the finding. Yes, these are dependent means the leader takes the decision, but their employees will also take the decision. So that is why these are dependent on the workforce. But leaders does not delegate any task. No, leader delegate the task. That is why their employees are participating. Na? If leader will not delegate any kind of task, then how their employees will be said as a participatory? That is why option D is incorrect. Next, question number 26. Which of the now question starts off controlling chapter. Five questions from controlling chapter. Which of the following will need to be compared with the budgets in order to determine? So budget is what? You have made a budget that okay, you will achieve your targets like 10,000 units. Now this 10,000 units are to be checked by which thing? The targets which you have made. Okay, the performance which you will do. So these are what? These are the targets and you will check the actual performance with this target. So in order to determine whether your goals you have achieved your goals or not, so how you will check? You will check it with the actual performance. So these are what? These are the budgets that you have set. And what actually you have performed, you will measure that. Like actual performance is 8,000 and 8,000 units. And the target was 10,000. So now 2,000 you have not achieved. So this deviation of 2,000, it will be checked further. The uh, measures will be taken. Okay, why you have not achieved the rest 2,000 targets. So that is why it is checked from the targets, the actual performance. Which of the following does not belong to the category of limitation? Yes, it's C. Limited ability to influence external factor. Yes, just now we have seen that we cannot control external factors, so it is the limitation of controlling. Expensive endeavor. Yes, it's a very expensive effort. You have to give a lot of effort. You have to a lot of cost. You have to incur in this in controlling process. Maintaining self-discipline, no, it is not a limitation of controlling. So in the question it was asking which does not belong to the category of limitation. Limitation means drawback. And the rest all are the limitations. Yes, it's C. Now next. Question number 28. The act of bringing together the facilities and persons necessary for collecting and processing information is known as act of bringing together. So for collecting information, for new information, for processing information, what is that system known as? What is that activity known as that is used by the top management? PERT, CPM, analysis of ratios or management information system. So it is option D, management information system. So management information system is what? It is the process of collecting, storing, disseminating. Disseminating means distributing. Distributing data in the form of information needed that is used to carry out all the functions of the management. Like for doing all the planning work, organizing work, staffing work, we need people, we need data, we need software, we need hardware. So it is all used, and that the entire things that are used in this process is known as management information system. Now, next is what? Next is the PERT. PERT is programmed evaluation and review technique. And CPM is what? Critical path method. So program evaluation review technique, it is used in the case when you don't know how much exact time it will take to complete any task or any work. In that case, we use PERT. And critical path method is used when you know the time. Okay, when you know the exact time, and in that exact time, now you are finding the shortest way to complete your task. That is used in for CPM. Like see, PERT is what? It is a planning tool. It is used when the time period is uncertain, when you don't know how much time it will take to complete. So this is used in case of R&D projects, in new product development, when you are unaware of the time period. And you will check in three different scenarios. In optimistic scenario, if everything goes well, then how much time it will take to make one product. If the situation is normal, means sometimes the situation is not good, sometimes it is good, means the average situation is there, then how much time it will take to make a product. And if the situations are not according to us, then how much time it will take to make a product. That is what PERT we use. And CPM is what? CPM, when you know the exact time, now you are focusing on the cost, that how much less time, in less time we can complete this work. If the time is less, then cost will also be less. So here we are focusing on time, and here the time focused on time and cost. Three estimates are there: optimistic, okay, normal one, and pessimistic one. And only one fixed time estimate is there. It is uncertain, it is certain. So option is D, management information system. Next, question number 29. Which of the following does not belong to the category of control process? So taking a look at the variations, if there are deviations, if there are variations, then you will see why it occur, and you will find the ways to solve that. So this is a part of controlling. Organizing the combined efforts of employees, it is not a part of controlling. It is a part of staffing. Option B. Next, which one of the last question? Which one of the following sentences fails to emphasize the connection between planning and controlling? So in the starting of this session, I told you that planning and controlling, these are related to each other. Now, which of the statement fails to emphasize? The managerial task of planning and controlling are often seen to be separate. No, they are not separate. They are just one. They are dependent to each other, interdependent. Planning without control is pointless. Yes. Controlling without planning is also useless. Yes. Controlling it as an evaluative process. We do evaluation. Okay, we evaluate, we assess things in controlling, we monitor things. Whereas planning is what we have to make the initial level of action. We have to take initial action for the company. Both planning and controlling are interrelated to each other and they rely on one another. So all the three statements are correct except A. All right, and with this we have completed our module A. So for explanation part it is given. Now in tomorrow's session we will do module B of ABM. So every Sunday we will do one module each for ABM and ABFM because these two papers I'm taking. All right. So if you have not yet joined our channel, then do join the channel. You can scan this QR code and it will be redirected you to the Telegram channel. And if you feel sessions are helpful to you, then you can like the session. All right. Share it with others. Subscribe Oliveboard CIB and feel free to comment if you have any doubt in any of the questions. So let's meet you in tomorrow's session. Till then, take care, everyone. Goodbye. Keep studying, keep watching, and after the session gets over, I'll upload the PDF. All right. Bye bye.